Well, hey, everybody, Pastor Steve here, and so glad you've joined us. This is my oldest grandchild, Liam, lives out in California in San Pedro, just south of LA, near the port of LA.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, we started a tradition that every time he would visit us, he'd interview me, have a set of questions we wanted to ask, and we share those with you. So he's visiting with us a few days, and we're going to do that now. So, Liam, here's your chance. Go ahead and ask you. He calls me, my grandkids call me Paul. That's what I wanted, Paul. So ask Paul whatever you want to ask.
All right. What do you remember most about your parents?
Most about my parents? I don't know how to answer that. I mean, I remember a lot of things.
Well, then what's your favorite memory with them?
A favorite memory? Probably with Dad, it would be fishing at the lake or going to bluegrass festivals, outdoor bluegrass festivals. With Mom, I remember her teaching me to tie my shoes. Simple little thing. I remember her always fixing me my favorites on my birthday.
Nice food?
Yeah, fried pork chops, fried potatoes, made great fried potatoes, and fried chicken, and chocolate cake with vanilla icing.
That's your favorite meal?
Yeah, I don't eat it as much anymore because the grease bothers me, but yeah.
Well, what's your favorite meal now?
Still that. I just don't. I love chicken and dumplings. Mom made good chicken and dumplings too.
Chicken and dumplings is good.
Yeah.
I really haven't ate it that much. So how was life like when you were my age, and how have you seen the world change?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. When I was your age, so you're 15.
Yes.
Going into your sophomore year of high school. I was in high school. It was the 70s. Our clothes were very different. We had bell bottoms and wore a lot of big floral prints and stripes and put them together, even though they didn't match. Our hair was long. Music was different back then. You didn't have rap and all the stuff you have today. We had the classic rock bands and the classic country, and we our music was on 8-track tapes. Do you even know what an 8-track tape is?
No, I don't.
No, I'll have to show you one. I've got some at home. 8-track tape. It was a great time. It was a groovy time. Coming out of the Vietnam War, the draft ended. I was all excited about that. I was the first group that didn't have to register for the draft. Didn't have all the technology you all had, didn't have cell phones, but life was good, and we got out and hung out with people a lot more. How's the world changed? People are people. How we dress and look changes some, but people are still people. I think the world today is more dangerous because there's more nuclear weapons in the hands of people. The terrorism is different. We didn't have that to worry about. Flying was going to the airport and flying was a lot easier.
Yeah.
All those changes are not good. People have more respect for God, for the Bible, for truth.
Now or back then?
Back then. Today, the culture has very little respect for God or truth or the Bible as a whole, certain parts of it. So I think the world today is a lot more chaotic. It's better in some ways, and it's worse in some ways. But that's usually the case. It tends to get better and worse at the same time.
So the next question I was going to ask was, do you think the world has changed for the better? But you kind of answered that.
It's both. There are things that are better. There are things that are better today than in the past. But there are things that are a lot worse today.
Yeah, I agree. You and Nana,
Uh-huh.
I know y'all met in a study hall, right?
Yes.
How was y'all's first date?
Great.
Well, I would hope.
Our first date, I took her to Cliff Hagen Steakhouse. And it was in January. She was off a couple of weeks beyond just the Christmas break during her senior year of college. I was in my first year of seminary. And she was supposed to go back the next day. So I told her as we were going into the steakhouse, I'm praying it snows so you can't go back.
Oh, wait, she told me this.
Yeah. And when we came out, it was snowing. And we had a good snowstorm, so she was delayed 2 or 3 days. So we got to have several dates after that. And And so I went out, and the next day we had a large snow, and I took pictures with an old Polaroid camera. That's where we could make the picture ourselves.
Yeah.
And I made a postcard, put those pictures on it, and wrote on the front of it, "Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow." So when you come to our house at Christmas, you see "Let it snow" stuff everywhere.
Yeah, she was explaining that.
Yeah.
I said I didn't understand the lore like before. Now I know the lore. Y'all still have that letter?
That postcard I made her, yeah, we still have it. We do.
Dang.
And in fact, we have a box of letters we wrote each other. Remember, this is back in the 80s. We didn't have these things, okay? So every day when I was in seminary, I would write her a letter. She was in college. She would write me a letter when we were dating. And I'd look forward to going to the post office at the seminary and getting a letter from her. And we didn't. So we have a big old box full of our letters when we were dating.
Dang. I think my parents have something similar. I could be wrong, though.
I didn't know they ever wrote letters.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hold on, what was the next question?
They wrote emails. Who knows? I don't know what
Emails.
they did.
All right. How did you know Nana was the one?
Oh, I knew that if she ever agreed to go out with me, I knew she'd be the one. I just knew that.
But like,
After that first date, I knew we were getting married.
oh, really?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Um,
Oh, yes.
how does one tell?
You just know.
You just know?
You just know. Besides, her heart, big as the ocean. I just knew. And I remember the first time I held her hand. I remember the first time I kissed her. I knew right away. She's the one.
Shout outs to Nana. She's really cool. All right. Let's see. What is some advice you would give for relationships and marriages?
Relationships and marriage. I would say, first of all, don't date, and this will be controversial to some people, but I believe it. Do not ever go out on a date, not even a first date, with anyone that you don't think would make a great husband or wife. Because when you start dating, you develop attachments.
Yes.
And you can become emotionally involved and end up falling in love with and becoming involved with and attached to somebody. And you end up marrying them knowing in the back of your mind it's not the right person, but you're so involved.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons, there are many reasons the Bible says don't have sex before marriage. One of those is once you become physically intimate, the emotions go crazy and you make stupid decisions. It's hard to free yourself from the emotions and making an intelligent decision. So I would say when you're young and you're dating, one, don't date anybody that you wouldn't think would make a good spouse. And as a believer, follower of Jesus, don't date anybody who's not a follower of Jesus. Wait until marriage so that you can be free to make a good decision. I would also say when you're dating, is that what you're asking about for dating and relationships?
Yeah, just dating and marriages.
Dating, in the early stages of dating, do a lot of group dating,
Like,
not just couple dating. So
not
go
like
out,
double days?
double dates, groups, friends, a group of 10, 20 of you go do stuff because you get to see how they interact with others. You get to know them better. One-on-one is good, and you need that, but one-on-one can lead to too much physical and emotional involvement too soon.
Yeah.
And therefore you don't really get to know. And you watch people how they interact and you find out they really are. Like with Nana, with Monisa, before we ever dated, I saw her, the way she interacted, the way she treated people, and I saw things about her heart and her character that was important. I knew what I wanted, and I wasn't going to settle. And she eventually made the same kind of decision herself. So it pays off. So patience. Some people feel like they got to get married by a certain patience. It's a lot easier to wait and marry the right person than to rush and marry the wrong person and then have to deal with a mess.
Yeah, agreed.
So patience on the front side. And then after you are together and you're married, there's a whole lot of stuff I could talk about. I've preached sermons on it, but basically learn to treat each other with respect, listen to each other, learn what the other one needs and likes and enjoys, and keep growing as a person. Because if you stop growing, the marriage will suffer.
Yeah.
And just follow Jesus. Just follow Jesus. Just follow Jesus through all of it.
Yes. What you said about going on dates with groups of people,
Yeah.
that's what I do when I've gone on dates. It's
You've gone on dates?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been like me and like 4 other couples.
I think that's a good way to do it.
Yes.
You can have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah.
Especially if they're like your friends.
Well, I hope you go out with friends.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All of them were my friends.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, I think communication is key for relationships.
Yeah, it is. And if you can't communicate well, your relationship is going to suffer.
Yes.
All right. What's next?
What's the thing you enjoy most about this job?
Preaching.
Preaching? Anything else?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of things I enjoy, but that's
That's the main one?
that's what I'm a preacher. I was called to preach, and that's always been my favorite thing to do. I enjoy working with believers in groups to see them grow. I love seeing people. I enjoy seeing people change, and realize that they can be a dedicated Christian and their lives can be better when for years they didn't realize that. Love that. Love being part of D groups. Love sharing the gospel with people who don't know Jesus.
What was the best advice you were ever given?
Best advice I was ever given?
Yes.
A lot of things I remember. I remember when Monisa and I were engaged, there was a brick mason in our church.
Like the person who makes bricks?
Well, he laid bricks when he built houses and stuff, okay? Blue collar worker. And he said to me, he said, Steve, you see all this stuff everybody has. Just remember, they didn't get it all at once. It's taking them 20, 30 years. Don't rush and get in debt trying to get it all. And a lot of young couples make the mistake of trying to have everything their parents have right away, and they get in debt. So that was really great advice. Don't try to get it all at once. And then for ministry, when I was still young, I wasn't a pastor yet, but I was preaching. There was an old guy in our church named Tom Hale, a lay preacher. And I remember one Sunday night talking to him, and he said, Steve, when you're a pastor, there are going to be times you get mad about something and want to preach on it. Wait a week.
Wait a week?
Yeah, because by then you're not as angry. And because if you preach out of anger, it never works.
Yeah.
Don't do it. So those are just two pieces of really good advice I was given at times. There's a lot of advice, but those two stand out to me.
Yeah. I feel like when you're angry at somebody, I've been angry at like a friend or something.
Yeah.
And then the next day I'm not very angry.
Yeah. And if you do something when you're angry, and the Bible talks about that a lot in Proverbs, it just makes things worse, not better.
What are you most proud about in your life?
My marriage.
Your marriage?
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
No, it is. Obviously, I remember the birth of both children, grandchildren. I remember the first time I held you.
Oh, yes.
So family, because in the end, here's the thing, Liam, in the end, at the end of your days, end of your life, end of your journey, there's only two things that are going to be there. And those will only be there if you've lived your life the right way. One is your family. If you push your family away, you'll die lonely. If you love your family and you build good relationships, they will be there when others won't be. The second is God. And the truth is, if you live for the Lord, then his angels will be there when you die and carry you to heaven. And if you don't live for the Lord, he won't be there to carry you to heaven. They'll carry you the other direction to hell. So in the end, your family, those relationships, and your relationship with God are the things that matter absolutely most. All right,
I think it is.
Tell me one thing you like about living out there in California.
I do like being out here where it's like not as civilized. Wait, hold up. That's not what I meant. Like not as like city-like, you feel me?
Okay, so it's not.
I didn't mean civilized, yo. That's
so
my bad.
not as big a city.
Yes.
Rock Hill's not as big a city as Los Angeles.
Yes, that's
what
fault.
you're saying.
That's my bad.
So you like the smaller city.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like smaller cities and like being out in nature, but at the same time, like I also like being in the city too.
Well, just something you like about where you live. Some of the things, not the best, just 2 or 3 things you like.
There's really good food.
Okay.
And there's like endless skate spots, so you skate literally anywhere. Here, not so much. I feel like it's a lot of rough ground here, and a lot of the spots, it's like stuff you can't skate, like at somebody's house or like a hospital or something. So, yeah, I would definitely say skate spots, food, and there's a lot more people to meet.
But you can't get chicken and dumplings out there.
You can. You just gotta travel far. You gotta like go up and find a Cracker Barrel somewhere.
Yeah.
I think there's a Cracker Barrel somewhere in Cali.
Somewhere.
I know there's one in Las Vegas, but it's always so like jam packed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate you taking time to ask me these questions, and hope you've had fun with it.
Yeah, I have no problem.
Love you, bud.
Love you too.
Right. See you, everybody.
D salutations.